Joy Gurudev, Shambho Mahadev. Now we are going to understand 2021. Thanks to Baniji, Prakshitaji and others who reminded me that the year is almost ending and we need to see the predictions of 2021. But before we start doing that, from many years I'm doing this predictions and giving it on a channel, television channels also radio and newspapers, also on a YouTube channel. But this year it is necessary that we do this as the first video and then we proceed to see what is in store in 2021 for us. We will analyze our own prediction of 2020, which was given in October and November 2019. And we will see how accurate we were in 2020. Only on that basis, we will continue doing predictions for 2021. So I've watched the videos of 2020 predictions. You can go back to our channel, YouTube channel, and you can check it. And I've noted the points, and that points we will discuss that how far we have been able to be accurate. There were 12 videos of 12 different sun signs, moon signs, and numeric numbers. And then there were, videos of general predictions of 2020. Those were 5 videos. So I'm summing up all the videos and taking few points from it, not all the points. We said that the 2020 will be the year of diseases and there will be new diseases found. So it was true, specifically Corona was found and the whole world was in trouble because of diseases. Second, we said that, forget about us. We'll talk about many future tellers, almost all the art of divination people, the future tellers had predicted that there will be a world war in 2020. I think only we were the one who said that there will be no world war, for sure, just because of one planet, placement of one planet. There will be no world war. But in fact, no one had said that there will be no world war. Everyone was predicting that there will be a world war, and actually there was no world war. In fact, we also said that all the war and all the violences which were taking place in 2019 will come to a pause, will stop. We had said that 2019 will be the year of war and terrorism, and in 2020 those many wars and terrorism will come to a halt, and actually it happened. They came to a halt. Secondly, we had said about Avtara will be born, and that Avtara will come on the surface of the year of the world after exactly 20 years. We'll have to wait for 20 years to know if it is true or not. Then our biggest prediction was about armed forces, police, etc., and even politicians will get a bad name. Their reputation will be destroyed. We had said that. And Black Lives Matter was the biggest revolution in USA, which actually also affected the elections of USA. There was a revolution and complaint against the police in almost all the countries. Politicians became a big joke due to their statement and their actions during COVID. Some politicians spoke about, not putting your fingers, your hands in your mouth, eyes, nose, and immediately she put her finger in the mouth and tried to turn the page. And some politicians spoke about injecting sanitizers in your body. So this all was a blunder. There was a revolution. There is a revolution against the government in India, and despite of the lockdown, the pandemic, this is happening like what we predicted. We also said that this will be the best year for everyone who has suffered in 2019, and worse for everyone who has gained in 2019. Now our biggest proof for this is you. You tell us how was your 2019 and how was your 2020. If you look at it from a larger perspective, 2020 wasn't a bad year for everyone. In fact, it was a good year for everyone, that we will know later on. We spoke about clashes between husband and wife in relationship, and maximum number of domestic violence and divorces were reported during the lockdown when husband and wife were together during the pandemic. So this is where we were, right? Seventh point is that we spoke about the eclipse in 2020, which will make it a difficult year, and all the problems. Major of the predictors and major of 99% of the people who give you predictions about the year, they forget about the eclipse, and that is where they go wrong. Everyone predicted financial gains, peace, prosperity, world war after world war, very good, this, that. But no one spoke about the eclipse, hardly no one. So the eclipse, every time there was an eclipse, 6 to 7 eclipses were there. Every time there was an eclipse, there was a problem created or the problem which had enhanced. So if this is for all the predictors also, next time when you are predicting your new year, you must concentrate on eclipse more. Now, 8th point is that we also said that apart from all the problems and eclipse, it will be a good year for good people. It will be a year of repay karma. If you are good, you will be served by good. If you are bad, you will be served by bad. So if you contemplate on this, the world has become more humble, more sensitive, more loving, more kind. And 2020 has really made us humans. Barbaric nature, violence has come to an end. Few people have become more barbaric, more violent, more criminal, more negative, but major of the masses have become more human. 9th, we said that the year of the decade is 2020, and there will be a turnover. People who will make good money for next 10 to 20 years, in fact 20 years, and people who will be in a want for 10, 20 years. Along with that, we had also explained what is a decade when you cut a wood, and we had also explained that every year when there is a decade, there is extreme climate, there is more rainfall, more cold and more heat. Yes, my Mother Nature is very compassionate. Very, very, very compassionate. She saved us from this extreme climate by keeping us indoors, by keeping us safe. This pandemic was actually, as I've said, a boon in disguise. If we wouldn't have been indoors, this climate would have been very, very, very bad for us. Mother Nature recovered, pollution went down. In fact, when we will calculate, we will also know that even the mortality rate was down. The mortality rate due to accidents, stress, etc. came down. We spoke about the whole world being against one country or sect, and that country or sect will be the culprit of the year. We know where did corona come from. We also spoke about nature and also humans crossing their boundaries. So many villages and cities were flooded by rain, river, or the sea. We have seen that even during the pandemic. And wild animals, they came to the city. Also, there was a lot of pain and chaos amongst the people. There was more of fear because 2020, the year of Rahu, was connected by fear. We said that many false allegations will be made, but all will fail. This was seen in politics, and this was also seen in Me Too movements. Very false allegation failed, and because of that, it is said, but also people who have right claims, right, allegations will be thought of as fake later on. In fact, Man Too movement was started. So there are many more points where we can say that we were the only ones who were accurate in 2020 predictions. In 2020, many people claim to have predicted the pandemic. But you can go and watch their videos. Most of them have actually deleted their 2020 predictions. No one had actually predicted about the pandemic. They all predicted about a world war, and pandemic was not a world war. So the so-called predictors were predicting the dates when the pandemic will end and when we will get the vaccine, but all miserably failed in that too. We said that which is natural, that can only be predicted, which coronavirus was not a natural disease. Yes, we predicted that there will be diseases, but this disease was created by man, and it is not a natural disease. Hence, you cannot predict that which is man-made, that which is unnatural. So it is impossible to predict when will it end, whether the vaccine will reach the people in time, whether the vaccine will be, useful or not. WHO, which is a puppet in the hands of China, is saying that the vaccine is of no use. It's not enough. They have said it's not enough. This is their words. So even the countries or the scientists which have created coronavirus cannot predict when it will end, and we stand by it. But for sure, 2021 will be much different. Before we talk about 2021, we'll also like to tell you, we spoke about the rising prices of gold and silver in 2020, and it's happening. You see the prices of gold and silver going in the sky. And this year, 2021, we will be talking about land prices, food prices, fresh water and all, because that is which is going to matter. Like in 2020, disease had mattered, and the war, the metal prices was mattering. So where you can put your money. So for that, you'll have to see our coming videos in which we are going to predict about the prices of the land, farming land, and food and water. Apart from everything, I would like to say that 2020 was good, and we will see that for sure. Everyone, maybe in 2021 or maybe after 10 years, after 20 years, will say that was a turning year, that was the best year. So all of this is good, but my heart breaks where we had predicted about suffering of labor class, poor class, and a particular sect or tribe or country will be targeted. So along with the people who created coronavirus, even the people who suffered the most were the poor people, the homeless people, the laborers, the migrant workers, people who daily earn their wages and daily use it. They were the most to suffer, specifically in our country, like the country of India. The only thing that I regret of predicting and it coming true is this, that this poor people had to suffer for few very cunning politicians, country which wanted to rule the world, and just for their this mean desire, this poor people died. They lost their jobs. They had to travel on their foot for months to reach their house. They died on the road, on the tracks. This was very, very, very bad. And this was the worst thing that happened in 2020. But anyways, we will be focusing on that in the predictions of 2021, and we will also show them the way for what is good for them, what they must be doing in the future and the near future, and what they must be, careful about. And why do I keep saying that everything happens for the best? So please wait for our next video where we'll be discussing 2021 and all the signs and numbers in detail. Hari Aum Tatsat.